Hey guys, and welcome back to 2 Pizza 2 Joe. In the last video, we got all of the Triforce pieces, and today we're going back to Hyrule to stop Ganondorf from being alive.
We better go faster and more furious. Yeah, I just kept it all on my shirt.
Drops it in the ocean.
Well, it's not that big.
Stare blankly at the ocean, something will happen.
So now the boat's gonna say something pretty interesting about us.
Well, we're going to heaven, you're dead.
Heart attack!
Nope, the Triforce is now a part of Pizza Joe.
The kidneys.
You remember the conversation that the King of Red Lions had with the Jaboon? He was like, is he related to the hero? And they said, nah, he's just some kid. We actually totally are related to the hero.
So he lied.
I like his blank expression, just kind of like, my god. I don't know.
When did I get this manicure?
Oh my god, this nails with this shirt.
So Pizza Joe is now officially the hero of wins. And now we drown.
Not hero water, bitch! Yeah, exactly. He should have turned into a bird at that moment.
You grow wind gills. They won't help you underwater, but...
So lungs.
Yeah.
Wind gills, yes. That's what I'm calling them from now on.
Alright, I wonder what Tetra's up to. Before that, oh no. Somebody hit the Groose statue. It's not very nice.
Expression still unchanged thousands of years later.
I know.
That's the only likeness to him.
No, that's not a statue, that's a mummy.
And I feel like the best way to mourn the loss of the statue is to get a silly selfie with it.
Making the same expression.
No, it has to be a good one. Yeah, that works. I like that one.
The constipated one.
Hashtag, ooh.
Hashtag scrape my knee.
So let's see how Tetra's doing. I know she's Zelda now, but she's still Tetra to me.
She's still Tetra to me, damn it. Still being useless? Alright.
Hey, she's there.
Turns around and has Ganon's face.
And like before, the second she's Zelda, she gets taken away.
I thought you used Zelda as a verb. She's Zelda'd.
You know what? You can't actually use it like that, because in any game, when Zelda is like, I'm Zelda, captured.
Yeah, pretty much.
She can't even get to finish it. Says, hi, I'm Zelda.
Well, except in, like, Spirit Tracks where she died, or...
I thought you said in Spirit Tracks when she became a train.
So Ganondorf has taken Zelda again. And now we have to fight some Darknuts. Interestingly enough, I don't know if it's because of the shading of the room, but these are the only Darknuts that have black armor.
The only Darknuts that are dark.
And red.
They have capes, too.
And capes, too. We saw a few of the red Darknuts in the Savage Labyrinth and a couple of other places, but this is the only one I ever noticed that there was, like, black armor. Unless it's just, like, the contrast of the room, where it's actually just red, you know?
I like how they have evil beards. That aren't beards.
The fire fence was the most effective thing.
You've only made this easier, Ganon.
So even though I have absolutely no use for money, even though I have the magic armor, I'm still gonna collect money and stuff because, I don't want it, but I can want it.
How can he lift that massive sword?
I'm so gonna sell this.
It's secretly made of rubber and floppy.
Well, no wonder they can't kill Pizza Joe.
And stuffed in your pocket.
The game was nice enough to give me this cutscene so that way I didn't have to walk too much.
I was like, what the hell was that for?
And now I have to walk a lot. So if you remember when we were here, there was this giant purple barrier that every time we approached it, it got bigger. Now that we have the Master Sword...
We can swing at it.
Well, we tried.
She just has a sad face like, mm.
Sorry, Tetra.
She's lost forever. Oh, wait.
Oh, it's like the Deku tree. It made the same sound.
And like the Deku tree, it perished.
Too soon.
It's thousands of years ago!
Too soon.
Who even cares? I put on my Deku Leaf, but I kind of realized later on that I don't need it.
All you need is your Epona the Seahorse.
I believe this is Hyrule Field. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it kind of resembles the Hyrule Field of the original Zelda. At least to me.
I get kind of the feeling of the path that leads up to Hyrule Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I feel like this would have been a perfect bit of massive nostalgia just for, I don't know what the hell happened there. But just allowing the player to explore a little bit would have been really cool, because as soon as people figured out how to glitch and hack into the game, they started doing that, and there's nothing out on the field at all. Seems like kind of a wasted opportunity.
There's another Dark Nut here. They really like using Dark Nuts in this game. In fact, I think this is the enemy we've encountered most than all the other ones.
Which is odd to say.
Yeah, at least they're cool looking.
I agree. And I do like fighting them.
Yeah, if they weren't fun to fight, it would kind of be unfortunate that they use them so frequently, but they're at least entertaining.
Well, at this point in the game, you'd kind of hope for an enemy that feels like you're kind of on equal footing, at least on normal fights.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to attack the keys, but apparently I wasn't lined up enough for it. Now it wants to fight me, but it's too late. No, you had your chance. I'm sorry.
You attacked first. They were defending themselves.
I missed twice. Therefore, no attack was initiated.
He missed first.
Now we're in the final temple. Well,
The
not temple.
Dodongo Caverns.
Final dungeon. Yes, the Dodongo Tower. No, it's Ganon's tower.
The Dodongo Ganon Tower.
Ding dong, dig a dong.
It might be a reference to the Dodongo Caverns, because there is a big skull mouth, but it's more goofy looking.
In order for us to progress, there are 4 doors. And in every single one of these doors is a little mini dungeon representing the dungeons that we've already cleared. This one is the fire dungeon. And at the end of the dungeons, we get to access a door, and that will actually start up a boss fight. This is a boss rush of sorts. So I put a little platform there as if I needed it, but then I realized I could just swing to it, so that was kind of pointless. Still really easy to navigate. For some reason my brain died here and I said, let me jump off now and burn myself.
Oh, I almost got it.
You could have grabbed that platform at that point.
No, Pizza Joe doesn't work all the way well with cartoon logic. I hit the wall, I'm okay. Then what you want to do is grab on there and then climb the rope, and once you reach the top, use your Deku Leaf to glide to the other side. I'm sure they wanted you to use the water jugs and like make this whole rope, but that's stupid.
Thing is, it took me forever to realize, oh right, I have the Deku Leaf, that's how I get over there.
They want you to use the water jugs, but you don't tell me what to do.
I'm Pizza Joe, I don't need this. So, we open the door, things get all wacky,
Jacob shows up.
and my god, we're in the 1920s. So, in these boss rush fights, it's literally the same exact fight, but everything is now monochrome.
Say, what you doing up there, buddy?
This is the last chance to get a picture with the bosses if you haven't gotten one before.
Yeah, but since I've already done that, I'm not going to do that.
Isn't it also you only have the tools you had at the time?
Yes, so, you know, in the original, you would be able to see it on your sub-menus, but because it's HD, it's on my gamepad. Every room just leaves you with the items you acquired or would have had at that time. Which is pointless because the things you need to fight the boss are still given to you. So, I guess they were trying to... it's a neat detail, but it's just kind of pointless anyway. What I would have appreciated, or would have thought would have been cool, is if... oh, hang on. Now that you have the Master Sword at full power, you can easily kill everybody, but my grappling hook finished the fight anyway.
My fucking arm!
So, like I was saying, what I would have thought would have been cool is if, instead of just, you know, fighting them regularly, they would have at least given the bosses some new moves, or, hey, try to fight the boss without the dungeon items you got, now that you have all these other dungeon items, you know?
Or maybe fight all of the bosses at the same time.
I think that would have been super ridiculous and would have slowed the game down for just so much lag, but that would have been cool too, Ellie.
I think it would have been cool if they let you use the later dungeon items, but gave the bosses an additional weakness to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it seems like even if they did give you all the other weapons, it wouldn't matter.
I think, in a way, this sort of fight the same bosses again as a mandatory thing might be a possible way of, like, cutting costs, because they don't have to, like, program and animate different movements and behaviors for the boss. They already have them there, so...
Yeah, it would make sense. Wind Waker was rushed, after all.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish that even though it was HD, they would have at least, like, you know, hey, now that it's HD, we can do some new things, you know?
I have to admit, boss rushes that are part of main stories are probably one of my least favorite tropes of gaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why it's done. It's never fun. It feels like a slosh. Unless there's some kind of, like, you know, time trial mode that gives you an item, I don't get the appeal.
I like to imagine they're like, let's see if you remember everything you learned, even though you successfully did it before. Or maybe Ganondorf's just lazy.
Maybe Nintendo is the real Ganondorf.
Yeah.
You fight a giant GameCube.
So if you notice, the door started to highlight after we beat the boss of the last room. And if you notice, there's only 4 bosses, even though we fought more. That's because the Tower of God's boss isn't actually evil. So, he was a trial after all. So basically, all of these other bosses do work for Ganondorf.
He's not evil, he's chaotic neutral, we all know that.
Right.
I like how they made the boss music sound a little more Mr. Bungle in this.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. In the rooms, the boss music is a lot more drowned out.
It sounds like it's played on a wax cylinder or something.
Yeah, a little bit. Wait, it's over?
Yeah, like I said, your Master Sword is at full power now. They're not.
So this is the most powerful Master Sword in history. Whereas before, like, the Big Goron Sword rendered it useless.
Because, well, you see, when we fought those bosses, we had a little sword from Orca. Now that we have, the Blade of Evil's Bane, we can do anything. Like I said, I wish they would have, like, at least raised their health bar a little or something.
Yeah.
Just to highlight how lame this temple was compared to the others, look how boring this is.
Yeah.
I also want to think another neat idea would have been, like, if every, like, temple you went to, every door you went through had, like, a little mix and match of all the other temples.
Yes.
Like, this would be, like, mixed with the forest one.
It is a bit cynical, but I do think that it's mostly, like, why spend more money than we need to is the mentality behind this sort of thing. But if the bosses are at least fun to fight, I don't mind fighting them again. It's just a little more effort would have been appreciated.
Like, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea that I don't like this. Like, I think it's cool. Like, I understand the decisions, and I think it's cool. But, it's just one of those, man, what if blankety blank things,
We just try to think of things that can make it better. There's a difference.
This is probably my favorite Legend of Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
With all the years of hindsight that they had, ultimately leading up to re-releasing it basically the same.
Yeah.
You think they would have put that, like, on the box art of the game? Like, Wind Waker! And then, like, there's, like, little parentheses, and it's like, the Triforce Hunt is easier now.
We promise. Please trust us.
You might actually think it's fun.
The trading sequence is worse.
I could fight all those ghosts, but icky. It's a waste of time.
Now we just have to go across the room and get to the vaudeville era, clearly.
I wish every boss room you went to was just like a different color, or they just had like clothing just of the time period.
Just like all the bosses have like really curly Q mustaches.
And monocles.
Yeah.
Like we get to the end of this boss and it just plays out like an old 20s cartoon. Made by MGM or something.
Say, kid, do you want to get into the moving pictures?
You go to a boss room, it's Joseph Frank from Bioshock Infinite.
So, this is kind of douchey. What they want you to do is, like, use the light to turn the choo-choo to stone, and then, like, use the weight of the stone to put the switch, and you can use it to go up the stairs. But they intentionally put this Stalfos here so that way you won't have enough time to climb up the stairs. Just so that I can easily kill it, and then do the same thing again.
Dick.
I suppose that was their last line of defense?
That's Ganondorf. That was what he planned. Oh yeah, very clever.
He's not known for his wisdom.
That's true.
He doesn't have that Triforce after all.
Well, neither does Pizza Joe.
He has courage and common sense.
And cuteness.
Yeah, the Triforce of cuteness.
The 3 C's. As opposed to the 7 C's.
So you ready for this fight again?
He travels the world and the 7 seas.
Somehow even easier.
Ah, my nips!
I say that, but there actually is literally no difference. Except, you know, the whole color thing.
Because it still stops you.
Yeah, it still stops you after you hit 5. It's like, there's 15 little ghosts.
Like, honestly, what's the point?
Boss rush! That's why.
It's not much of a rush if they stop you.
Like, I didn't even bother to speed it up because the fight goes by so quickly. I just felt there was no point. I actually think I do it faster than my attempt in the actual video.
I thought you were gonna say you did faster than the speedrun again.
No. Those speedrunners, they do all sorts of crazy things. Actually, now that I think about it, as the day we're recording this, Summer Games Done Quick has officially begun.
Whatever the hell that is.
I like to pretend I know what you're talking
A charity stream where speedrunners raise money for cancer awareness.
Okay.
It's a good thing, and I support.
I clearly have heard of it before.
They raised like $1 million one time. You should know how to do this fight by now. If you saw, I was like gonna get ready to charge up my hurricane spin, but that's because I thought I threw it wrong, so that's why I stopped for a second, but then I realized I totally hit it. Against the pillar. Only one more boss to go.
I do like the little symbols on the door.
I always like that animated style anyway.
Yeah.
Wind Waker 2, please. A real Wind Waker 2. No, Phantom Hourglass was cool, but I want to see the Wind Waker again.
I want to travel the seas again. I want to be a pirate.
I'll give it this, though. I did like the boat customization.
I want everybody to be looking for something.
Here we are at the last door. I do kind of stupid here, because I'm trying to use my ice arrows, and you can see me, like, totally passing it, thinking that I have it. Like so.
Pokey, 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 pokey.
I really want to get that whiz robe, but I said, screw it, let me just fly over there. And this is probably the lamest one, because it's really easy to clear.
Yeah.
But for some reason, my brain kind of decided to give up.
Triforce of Courage.
I just jump and fall. I don't know why, I just said, you know what? I'm doing too good. Let me stop myself for a second.
Yoshi, come on.
Raise up the drama.
You just really want to eat that humble pie.
So, let me show you how to do it for real this time.
When you get a slice of that pie.
It ain't no lie. Pie,
Pie, pie.
You guys are terrible.
People who haven't seen the Let's Play are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Anyone who's listened to any of our Let's Plays, what the fuck are they talking about?
People listening to this right now, what the fuck are they talking?
I'm here and I'm what the fuck are you talking about?
Wind Waker?
Sure, Yoshi.
Wind Waker Infinite.
To be fair, you haven't heard of Urameshi or Willis, so of course you don't know what we're talking about.
Travis!
Oh my god, I wish you were there for when we did the Triforce on this one part. I'm not gonna say, you'll just have to watch the video when it comes out.
You're a son of a bitch, Yoshi.
And I'll laugh like the boat when I watch it.
Okay.
Call me boner.
So, here we are at the last boss of the boss rush. You know how I said that now that our Master Sword is fully powered up? Despite that, this boss takes the same amount of hits, actually. He's just that strong. But the fight is still essentially the same, though.
This is probably one of the few songs for the boss fight that actually translated well with the kind of weird sounds.
I speed it up because, well, we already know. It kind of takes a while. This boss actually hits me 2 times. Look at that, 1 hit and I lose 2 hearts. He hits pretty hard.
In real life, you got hit once, you'd die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be eaten.
I feel like in hero mode, this fight would be a bitch. Now that we killed all the bosses again, all 4 of the patterns are lit up, and now we can go through that door.
Just imagine Ganondorf just going like, I know what'll stop him, trying to kill bosses he's killed before.
I just need to make sure if he actually did it.
No cheaters in my tower.
When I play things like boss rushes or like the Triforce chart, I don't find them as busy work so much when I'm playing because I just sort of tune out and just sort of play it in autopilot. And it's only like afterwards where I think about it, I'm like, why the fuck was I doing that? That was annoying.
Or when you watch other people play it.
Yeah.
See, that's the rule of Let's Plays if you don't understand. If we seem kind of about things, it's because we're watching going, what?
These 3 items are always they're my favorites, that's why I always have them equipped.
It's a badass door.
Yeah. Pig Ganon.
That'd be a cool tattoo.
We're halfway done with the dungeon. There's only 2 doors. This part is kind of dumb because I understand what they were trying to do, but it comes off as obnoxious and, okay, I'm not that stupid.
Yeah.
So this room, there are 4 crystals and there's 4 little diagrams of the bosses we just killed again. There's a pattern in which we have to hit these switches in a certain way. I don't remember the pattern, but that's okay, because the other door we're going to go to is going to tell me. And even though the hint is pretty clear...
You just hit him in the order that you ran into him, right?
No, you'd think that, but no. It's actually to the order of the candles. See, this one is the first one, and this one's the second one, and this one's the third one, and this one's the 4th one. They felt the need to zoom into that. And not only that, but the boat decides to tell me, you should really pay attention to the puzzles in this room. Pay real close attention to those shapes. Okay, so I know that now. Let's go back to the other room. Let's solve it.
Please have that freeze frame of the close-up be the image on the video board. That was hilarious. Also, the fact that they're giving you shit for trying to... Oh, come on.
Yes.
Wow.
They say, remember this?
Hit those ones.
So, believe it or not, I kind of understand why they want me to do it, but the fact that they were just so excited, like, hit this, and this, and this, and this, remember this, and this, and this, is because if we do, it lets the boat into the temple.
Joy.
Well, first it opens this dark portal.
I was kind of hoping the boat would then tell you, you need to hit it in this order. I just did it!
But like, through that, just in person instead of through the crystal like you just did a few seconds ago.
Yep.
So the reason why they do that is because they want to say, hey, this is with this portal, you can come back to your world and you can go do other stuff if you want to do side quests or whatever stuff. Which is neat and all, but since I don't care about 100%, it just comes off as, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I totally understand, because you do actually get an item here that you actually need for 100%. But since we're not doing that, it doesn't matter. And it also is kind of a neat idea to tell you the story, like, oh, this is what he was using to get to your side. Even though I read that stone tablet, I decided to leave the room, and then I remember what I'm supposed to do, and I'm supposed to jump.
I think a part of you just kind of wants to go, well, if I want to leave, I wish they could have just said, if you complete this puzzle, you can teleport out of here. It's your choice, though.
So, that didn't work. Phantom Ganon comes back, and the stone tablets was talking about the hilt of the sword. What we have to do is fight Ganon, Phantom Ganon here, hit him a few times, and then the hilt of the sword is going to point to where we're supposed to go to next. So we're supposed to go to the door behind us. Pretty neat. Thing is, you actually don't need to fight Phantom Ganon repeatedly, or once at all, because it's gonna keep going. You have to find the right door, and then it's gonna lead you further and further into the dungeon. Now, because I didn't memorize the pattern, I'm actually going to fight him regularly.
I was gonna ask that, if you could just ignore him.
You could if you knew the pattern, but I didn't. If you saw, like, when I was trying to do my parry and I kept getting hit, logically I thought, okay, if I'm out of the circle, and if I do the parry, then I can get the drop on him. No, I just get hit. I just fly directly into his giant sword.
Would have been smart at this point to where they changed which doors would open, just randomly generated. It'd probably make more sense to reason to fight this guy.
Yeah, it would have made more sense. But this is just really me not remembering or looking it up. But because it only takes one hit for him to go away, it's not that big a deal. This time it's gonna work. Nope.
I'm a hero.
Ain't a hero.
So this time I said, no, not this time.
Not that time either.
I can't actually tell which one I'm supposed to hit. That's how you're supposed to do the parry, right? But I thought, like, no matter which way I did it, I would still be right.
Can't I just parry all of them?
I wish. Even though I perfectly countered that, if all of the magic missiles, I suppose, don't revert back to him, if one of them misses, it doesn't count. I was a little late, so that fucking hurt.
That's actually an attack that Ganondorf did in Ocarina of Time as well, but I killed him before he ever did it.
Yeah, so now you get to see it. It's supposed to be like that. So even though I kind of took a lot of damage, it was really like the first 4 hearts was really just my bad with the parrying. Like, it's not tough, it's just he hits hard.
Yeah.
Like he sticks around just for maybe half a second to go jerk.
I never get tired of that.
A little slap fight with your swords.
I always win that fight, though. I just like how fast the music gets. Okay, so now we're ready to fight Phantom Ganon again.
Does he fight the exact same way as he did earlier?
Yes, and this is even lame. Watch this. I just walked up to him and poked him.
Poke. Wait, that's it?
Yes!
Wow.
That was Phantom Ganon.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but we do get to get something pretty cool and necessary.
5 rupees?
5 rupees indeed. No, I wish.
I like how Phantom Ganon doesn't really look anything like Ganon.
It's the light arrow. Now we have a 3rd arrow to switch between. This is what's gonna be necessary to kill Ganondorf.
Is this the game where the light arrows kill everything?
I believe so.
See, you know what I didn't ever get about the light arrows is that, like, they always talk about, oh, the Master Sword is the bane of all evil. But if you really want to be the bane, you gotta have light arrows too.
Yeah.
So Phantom Ganon comes back one last time, but now that we have the light arrow, he's gone forever.
Ay, tequila.
Now Phantom Ganon's gone forever.
Now that sword is yours.
You're actually kind of right, actually. That sword actually is totally ours now, because we actually need it to get to the next room.
See, they wouldn't have focused it unless you needed it. I'm sure the boat would have went up, hey, take that sword, you jerk.
After zooming into it from 5 different angles.
Maybe you should pick it up in highlighted red letters.
You pick up the sword, cut the door, and that destroys the door. But of course, the sword goes away forever and we can't keep it.
Damn it.
But when it died, it was ours.
I really like the way that sword looks. So now we're at the last hallway. Just one long hallway with stairs. Until we get to Ganondorf. There's also all these enemies here. You're gonna want to kill all the enemies.
Why?
Because there's a door at the end, and it's locked, and it won't be unlocked until you kill everybody. Or at least the 2 Dark Nuts we're gonna meet at the top. But I kill everybody anyway.
No one survives Pizza Joe's wrath.
Leave no witnesses.
Well, look at that. I'm leading a revolution. The revolution of Pizza Joe.
Ow, my dick.
So, this fight's pretty goofy. I missed the helmet, but it's okay, because the helmet's pointless anyway. This is goofy because I just love this. Because he falls towards the stairs, and I was really hoping he would just, like, keep bouncing all the way down the stairs.
Like it's like a slinky.
Yeah.
And then die at the end.
Yeah.
Honestly, the helmet seems like more of a hindrance because he can't see anything.
He can't turn his head either.
Yeah, and there's no eye slits, so he's just like a big slab of metal in front of his face.
That Bob is talented.
Well, if he let me cut his helmet, he would have been able to see me kill him.
What an honor.
I know. I don't know why these guys are here. They're so weak. Shoo. Get in my way.
I'd be one of those guys like, look, this is just a part-time job. I don't know why I'm here.
Well, I'm Pizza Joe's, therefore die.
Therefore, sorry.
I don't subscribe to the philosophies of my boss.
Now for the last 2 Dark Nuts in the game. So, like I said, Dark Nuts aren't hard to fight, but the thing that only makes them kind of difficult is when there's more than one and they kind of overwhelm you. Because, you might lock on to the wrong one or do the wrong thing. And that Dark Nut said, it's my turn!
I don't have armor, you don't look cool anymore.
I want to fight him now!
For some reason they cut it out of this game, but in Ocarina of Time, if you were Z-targeted on one enemy, but there was another nearby, the other guy wouldn't attack you. But in this one, they will.
More realistic?
They smartened up a little, but not by much. Even if there's 4 of them, they're still going to be like, who's going to attack first?
And they attack each other instead. I'm bored, let's fight.
Yeah, sometime.
That piggy door almost looks cute.
So now that we killed all the enemies, intentionally, and now that we have our health all the way up, magic meter all the way up, all our arrows, time for one last thing to do. Get our pictograph out. Now, let's go see Ganondorf.
Now I'm ready.
Wade in the water.
All the water out in the ocean. This little pool is gross.
He's wading with heavy effort through water that's not that deep.
That's only as deep as his foot.
Yeah.
Tetra.
That's a comfy looking bed.
Yeah. Move, scoot over. It's my turn. I need to take a nap.
That's a comfy looking rectangle.
I like how he actually tells me to wait and it works. Alright, time out. Hey, wait.
Don't wake her, she's sleeping.
I love that line. And it's just oceans. Oceans. Ponies! Oceans.
Boring.
Like oceans. What did that prick say?
When he called me a jerk? Well, he's a double jerk. Ridiculous. So Ganondorf's gonna drop a truth bomb on us. I mean, it's not gonna change how we feel about him, but still. Oh my god, a god was a dick.
What is this, a mythology?
A god causing a mass flood to destroy their creations? That's never happened.
So, now we have to fight Ganondorf. But not before he gets ready.
He is Harry Houdini.
I hope you guys are ready for...
Happy birthday
To you!
It really is appropriate for Pizza Joe since it's his birthday.
Pizza Joe's like, finally somebody said it! Bring it in!
Hog! Oh shit.
He goes to a pizzeria and this is the animatronic.
This is Puppet Ganon. And he likes to party. That's the icon. The thumbnail for the video, Travis.
It has to be the pictograph. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Travis.
So, Puppet Ganon actually has 3 forms. And this first form is arguably the hardest.
Yeah.
He has all these strings, it's propping up his arms.
Half as much party.
What we're supposed to do is, well, not get hit. His only attacks are just like throwing his little weird little oval arms to push you a little, and somehow that hurts, and it takes away a whole heart. If you notice, there's like a little crystal on his tail. So what we're supposed to do is use our light arrows and shoot the crystal. But because Puppet Ganon is just so unorthodox and kind of wacky, it's kind of hard to hit, and so cutting the strings helps. I don't do this fight in a way that I'm proud of it, but it's just to show you how goofy and kind of hard this fight is. Arguably, I would actually say this is the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, I had the most difficulty with him, especially this first form. Though I like his little limp dancing still.
So let me get this straight. Andrew WK is teaching us to party for protection?
Yes.
Yes, Travis.
It all makes sense now.
What speedrunners like to do is instead of just cutting the strings, which does help, you can actually just go and shoot for the crystal. I try a couple times, not once do I hit it. So I just stick to what I know. I had like a lot of great chances to shoot, but it really because it's more of a fact of he's too goofy to hit. Seriously. And I just can't fucking hit the crystal.
Party, I give up.
See, there I thought I hit him, but no, he hit the wall like an idiot.
Which would have been the perfect chance to shoot him, but no.
There we go, now I got him. That's one. Every time you hit him, he's gonna fly back up to the ceiling and restring himself. You notice there's no bed anymore? Or Tetra?
I feel like she got crushed.
I don't know why he thought this form would be the best way to fight me. I guess he thought maybe I would laugh myself to death.
Or maybe you join him in the party.
I wish, that'd be awesome. Look at him, he's spinning around.
Yoshi, he knows it's your birthday. He wanted to put on a puppet show for you.
But...
I did all that murdering for nothing?
I know, I already came all this way. I mean... He didn't really RSVP, so that's also kind of rude.
Are you gonna spit in the face of the one person who gives you a gift on your birthday?
I didn't ask for a puppet, though.
Look, Yoshi, it was either this or a Punch and Judy, and that's just awkward these days. Take what you can get.
I don't even know what that is, but... Okay, I'll take the puppet.
One of them's name is Punch. Do the math.
Look, you might not want the puppet, but here's the truth, nobody wants puppets.
The Muppets, maybe?
Is this or Freddy Fazbear's? Pick one.
That'd be so creepy if this was actually at a place. Welcome to Ganondorf Pizza!
So him hitting the wall actually helps, but I still fucking miss, and I still got it. So remember a few parts ago I said I was Hawkeye? Not Hawkeye.
You're more of Aquaman.
No, Yoshi, you're Seagull Eye.
See, Olivia remembers all of the gags. Well, if I was Aquaman, it would be cool because he can summon, like, Cthulhu or whatever out of the ocean.
A goldfish.
Or, no, a Kraken. I said Cthulhu, I'm sorry.
He summons a god? Okay.
I know he, like, in one of the comics, he, like, summons a huge-ass shark, so that would actually be more helpful.
He jumps out and drowns in the air.
You summon an eel.
I just like leaving that one arm up, just kind of like, party, I guess, yeah. Oh, never mind.
Anyone else going to the Kiss concert? Oh, yeah.
It's a good boomerang, though.
We're gonna rock and roll, I guess.
So, now that we hit his tail 3 times, it looks like we won the fight. But we didn't win the fight.
Yeah.
In fact, the music got dramatic again.
You just kind of sadly lower your arms from your happy dance.
And that's because Puppet Ganon's going into Form 2, which is Travis's favorite!
Oh my god.
Yes!
Who needs their house cleaned?
I love it as these less than Possum Park eyes.
So, Puppet Ganon is now Puppet Spider Janitor. And what we're supposed to do is shoot the crystal. This form is actually the easiest, because he spins around like an idiot in the air, but using the reflection of the pool, we can easily see where he's gonna land.
Kinda reminds me of Blizzetta. A little.
You just gotta focus on where the crystal's gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's way easier.
Yeah, 3 is the magic number. It's always 3 hits before he goes to another form.
Why is that? Why is 3 such a satisfying number? Like, I get 10, but...
She tries going faster, but still, you kind of know.
I'm still gonna stop.
If he does hit you, you still have a few seconds to get back up and shoot. So yeah, that was way easier in the first part.
Nah.
Wiggly, wiggly, wig.
Now for the 3rd and final form.
A slug.
I believe this is a dragon?
Rock that dragon.
It's a slug.
I said that arguably the first form was hardest because some people struggle with this because he basically all he does now is circle around like an idiot.
Does he even attack you in this form?
He does, but if he does, it's just kind of like because you were in the way.
If you get hit, it's on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think he's actually trying now.
Now you'll face my third form, which I have no means of attacking.
I accidentally sent one of the little spike ball things to purgatory. That was a good shot.
You'll act like you're Hawkeye. I meant to do that.
Yeah, that's the intended me. Actually, I do start shooting better now. Because I was close that time, but it didn't count.
And one spike ball's like, it's not worth it.
No, friend, don't!
Love me, say that you love me.
If you get out of the way, I will. There we go. I don't know how that registered, but okay. I'll take it.
It took pity on you.
The good thing about these little guys coming is that when you kill them, they drop more magic darts.
So they want to help you.
And how dare you?
They want to, but I
Like
didn't
you
ask
wanted
for their
help or anything but Baka.
There we go. Bounce around like a pinata for a second.
It is the birthday party.
That's honestly what I imagined when he. I was hoping like Form 4 would just be pinata again.
Viva Pinata. That is acting, children!
So the game kind of acknowledges that that fight was kind of rough because this is the only fight where after it, Pizza Joe's just like run out of breath.
Yoshi, it was a birthday party Ganon threw for you. There was the puppet show, the spider janitor clown, and a pinata.
The bed.
Oh my god.
But I didn't ask for it and I didn't get any gifts.
Why has he still got it covered in blankets?
It's not what I wanted on my birthday. Stupid.
Jump on the bed.
Now that we've fought Ganondorf a couple times, next video, we're gonna finish him off. For real.
Dun dun dun.
For realsies.
For realsies. Looks like Pizza Joe's birthday party is coming to an end soon.
It looked like it just started, really.
Yeah.
Party's not over just yet. That's because the party never ends.
Andrew WK looks off in the distance longingly.
Like in an anime opening, he's like faded in the background.
But they treat it like an anime public like party, party, party.
He has like it's like a thumbs up, and he's like in the background with a cliff.
Oh my god, I want to see that.
Olivia.
Oh my god, guy.
Trees draw anime Bishonen Andrew WK sitting by a lake with a single tear glittering out of his eye.
Nose bleeding
Looking
profusely.
No, that's what's glittering is the nosebleed.
So when he cries, it's just a drop of blood comes out.
Yep.
And a doodle of Pizza Joe on the bottom, but he's like small, like as if he was running in an opening, and like some weird Japanese characters that don't mean anything.
Andrew WK is chasing slowly behind Pizza Joe's back, but can't quite reach him until he disappears.
There's these Japanese words that mean nothing on the fucking side.
Party school!
It's just party, party, party over and over.
Pizza Joe running with toast in his mouth.
Party, 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 party.
Toasted fish. Fuck.
Boat senpai.
Oh, you guys.